Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the next video wherein we are going to discuss about the market sentiment. Today is the 31st of May and we're going to be discussing about that how exactly the market has performed today, what was the overall sentiment and what we can expect from the coming days, from the coming weeks, that how exactly the market is going to perform in the next coming up days. So without further ado, let's get into this. So as you can see that over here, market has really done an amazing job. The market's movement for today was quite amazing. Today is the end of the month, and yes, the market is closing actually somewhere around at the level of 16,584. If you would have to just predict in the morning, then we could have really easily expected that the market is going to open up with a slight gap down, because the SGX Nifty was 0.3 negative on the negative side, and based upon that we could have easily predicted the movement to be around somewhere by 0.4 negative or 0.3 negative, somewhere around that. And yes, market actually opened around in that level only, and market opened at the price of 16,578, which is again a gap down. So based upon that, because if you will have to just see the chart of Nifty, then you can see it's a little bit messy. But on the other hand, if you just have to look at the chart of Bank Nifty, it is quite clear that how exactly the market movement has to be done, and you could have easily noticed and made some predictions based upon the Bank Nifty's chart, because if we have to compare based upon the Nifty's chart and the Bank Nifty, the market's movement is quite similar. It's just the level difference that we see, and it's just the number of points that the market travel. Based upon that, we just have to create the differences. Otherwise, the market movement is quite similar. These two charts are quite similar, because the reason why I'm mentioning this point over here is that because there was a gap up there was a gap down which we saw in the morning today, and based upon that, in the Bank Nifty's chart, we can easily see that the gap has already been filled. On the other hand, if you will have to just see the same thing on the Nifty's chart, let me just firstly remove these CPR levels. Okay, so try to see over here that there is a huge gap up that was happened yesterday, and the market straight away jumped from the level of 16,350 to 16,000, around somewhere around 580, 570. So there was a huge gap that was created around over here, and based upon the today's gap down, we had seen that the gap was not quite filled. But on the other hand, if you'll have to just look at the Bank Nifty's chart, there was a gap up done yesterday, and based upon the today's gap down, the gap was actually filled. So this particular gap was actually filled, and Bank Nifty again tried to cover up that just try to fill that gap based upon the movement. So that's the reason there was just a single red candle that was made in the morning, and based upon right after that, we could easily see the upside movement of the Bank Nifty, and that's what happened in the case of Nifty as well. There were some red candles that were made, and right after that we saw a huge upside momentum, and market actually traveled to the point of 16,650. This was the overall movement that was made, and in order to predict that movement, I would suggest that even if you are working on the Nifty, then you should be looking at the charts of Bank Nifty as well, because though the levels are going to be different, but the market movement is quite similar, and based upon that, we could have easily predicted that the Bank Nifty has already taken the support from this consolidation level, which is around at the level of 35,600, and it has taken the support from that level only, and based upon that, it has shown the reversal, and it tried to reach to the level of 35,850. And that's what the similar story goes in the Nifty as well. When we saw the gap down, there were some red candles, and it took the resistance. Based upon the Bank Nifty's chart, you can also see that the support was already been taken in that area, and based upon that only we were able to see the upside movement in the Nifty's chart. So Nifty traveled around the points of 16,650, and then around these levels we had seen yesterday as well. There was a consolidation in between the range of 16,700 and 16,600. This is the range that we had seen yesterday. Today as well, the market was consolidating around that level only, because based upon the daily chart, you can easily see that 16,000 700 is definitely going to act as a crucial resistance as of now, because we have seen yesterday as well as today, market is not able to cross that level, and yes, for the coming days as well, we can see this to be as a crucial resistance for this week. So based upon my analysis, let me, as I mentioned and as I discussed this point yesterday as well, that 16,900 and 850 is definitely going to act as a crucial resistance based upon the moving averages that we have seen so far. Moving averages are creating the resistance around this area only, and 16,700 is also going to act as a crucial resistance. So I've been thinking that the market is not going to move beyond these levels for this week, and from the bottom side, I've been thinking that the 16,400 is going to act as a good support, but who knows what's going to happen, because we have seen a complete downside rally in the last 1 hour for today. Market just took the resistance from the point of 16,700, though the high was made around 16,690. So it has taken a sharp reversal from that point only, and in the last hour only we saw a complete selling. There was a sharp selling that we had noticed for today, and market actually reached to the point of 16,550. So that is definitely I would say that the sharp selling that was noticed for today, and the market has actually reached to the point wherein it is quite close to its 200 EMA, because earlier what we have seen is that there were only gap ups that were happening, and based upon that Nifty has traveled to this point. But now as we already know that based upon the rule of 200 moving averages, market does not sustain for a very longer period of time away from the 200 moving average, and now that we have seen that it has taken the resistance from this point, so we can expect that the market has actually come to this point, to near to 200 moving average. So we can expect some sort of a gap up maybe for tomorrow, or market is definitely gonna go away from 200 moving average once again, and we can expect some sort of a new highs coming up in this week. So what I've been thinking, that if the market is gonna open flat somewhere around this area only, then we can see some sort of a consolidation happening once again, because Nifty is still having this gap that has to be filled based upon the daily chart. If you can see that this gap is still remaining over here, and we need to fill that. The market needs to fill this particular area, so we can expect the market moving around this range only. And if we see the gap up happening, then we can expect some sort of a new highs coming in for this particular week. And if we see the gap down, then I've been thinking that market is going to try to come up again once again, and the range will be around 16,400 to 600. The consolidation level will be seen for tomorrow. If the market is going to open even the gap down is going to just let the market to come up, and based upon that we can expect some sort of a movement. So yes, that's pretty much it. This is the whole functioning, this is the whole thing, this particular analysis in this video. Let me show you one more interesting point over here, that what has really happened. Based upon the FI and the DI's data, overall buying side was strong. If we have to compare the data, if we have to see for the 31st of May, 1845 is the net buying that was done by DI, and the selling was 1003 crores. So overall net buying is going on. So I believe that for the coming up days we can see some buying coming in, and based upon that Nifty can again create new highs. So the buying side is strong. I believe this is going to be a new month, so we can expect some sort of bullishness in the market, and maybe the coming days going to be quite strong. If we have to look on the sector wise, then yes, energy sector was down, though metal sector was performing in the green side. Reality was green, and auto sector was also green. IT sector was a little bit down, because though yesterday it performed really very well, but today it was down based upon the overall Nifty's performance as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I would say that this particular month of May was quite amazing for me. We have seen some amazing movements in the Nifty, and I've been closing this month with overall 3.5% of overall returns that I've made from my capital. I've been using a capital of 7.5 lakhs in total, and based upon that I've made around near to 30,000, which is close to 3.5% or somewhere around that has been made for this month. This month was quite amazing. I've learned so many things and I've been looking forward to it. I've been expecting so many amazing things to learn. I've been expecting so many things to come around, and based upon that, the market is gonna surprise us. Alright guys, so that's it in this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your time. See you next time.